will find you, Timmy. Timmy, I will find you. Don't worry,
That
man.
boy can draw for shit.
Oh, Timmy, where are you?
Jesus Christ. Okay, you do that. I will explain what is happening here. This is what we remember. Two horny naked looking gentlemen dragging us into the night. What they did to us there stays there. Everything seemed to be lost. But then we saw it.
We saw what? I see nothing. Nope.
Why do I get the feeling that this guy knew about the X all this time?
Ooh, an X. How did I miss that?
Anyway, we were finally free. But far away from being safe.
What the fuck is going on here? There is blood and guts everywhere.
So the rich people always be like that sometimes. We climbed towards the light, hoping it's just a bad dream, or maybe it's just a prank. But soon we realized all that pain we felt in the butt
No.
was real.
No. No!
We flipped the scene, my man. We walked. We did not run. Thermal damage has been done. We won't be able to run ever again. We had no idea what to do or where to go. We were lost. We traveled many miles looking for help. And after a few hours, we saw something. We went closer to check it out, thinking it's just a hallucination. It was real. Empty. Even if someone survived. We saw the cave. We saw the bodies. We saw the blood. We saw them. We knew it's just a matter of time before they find us. Again.
What do you mean again, man? No! I can't do that shit no more, man. Come on, man.
Well, maybe if you stop acting like the fucking maybe we can do something.
Like what?
You can start by checking the backpack, see what we can find.
Well, we have the axe, some coins, feathers, and a child. Timmy, I have a son. We were on this plane together. I need to go back. I need to find him.
Nice born acting. You don't even care about the kid, do you?
Nah, not so much. But if I don't do something, that bitch X is gonna sue.
Ah, fair enough. We took everything useful, especially the buzz, and went in great haste to look for the child. I said,
Yes. Went in haste, but like right now in the rain.
move, bitch.
Oh, okay. Okay. Not that I'm afraid, but let me just grab this just in case, you know. Hello? Timmy? Are you here? Timmy. Please. Timmy.
We found nothing but the dead silence. We had the balls. The night was coming. The plane was not safe. They could return at any moment. We needed some cover, so we went back into the forest. Soaking wet and too exhausted to continue, it was time to set up camp. Behold the holy book of survival. It taught us how to make a basic shelter. But most important, fire. Scared of what might lurk in the dark, we grabbed the axe and we waited the morning in perfect silence.
Timmy.
We survived the night. But what about the boy? Is he still alive? We do not know. But we do know we need food, or we will simply starve to death. We've spent the night learning how to make animal traps, so we went straight to work.
All we need is sticks. And there's plenty around here. I'll make a bunch of these to increase the chances. Okay, that's the first. I need to find another spot now. Maybe somewhere here. Next to the water. Oh, I see a rabbit. 2 rabbits, okay. I don't know about you, but I think this is a good spot.
We gathered what we needed, and as soon as we finished the trap, there it was. Hope.
Come on, man. Go in. Yes. Oh, what the fuck? Fuck off. Scare him. Shh. Shh. Go away. Shh. 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 Thank you, Jesus. Fucking birds these days, man. They just don't care. Please go into trap. I'm starving, man. I can't take it no more. I need to act. He's gonna escape. No. Oh no. He's so fast. Oh no. Oh no.
I can't tell you what happened, but we got the food we needed. A small victory, but a huge wake-up call. He almost died of starvation. This shit was the real deal. No help was coming. We don't know where we are, why the plane crashed, where Timmy is. All we know is we are not alone, and they are looking for us.
Should be enough traps for now. It's time to move on bigger things. There's no doubt I'll be here for a while. I can't live in a twig shelter. I need to build something stronger. Luckily, I have the perfect tool to get the job done. Yo, this shit is kinda hard. Woo! Timber! Woo!
Are you sure screaming is not a bad idea?
It is a bad idea. And still, timber!
I see. A wise man once said, if you can't beat them, well, Timber!
Work. I need to cut more trees. Job done. Okay, let's see. Pretty cozy, I will say. It could use some upgrades though. Okay, I think I decided I'm gonna close this space with some walls, with doors that I can actually lock. Same thing on this side. Looks kinda sick. Oh my god, it's done. Home, sweet home. I can't wait to get some sleep, man. I'm so tired. But I still have shit to do. I wonder if we caught something. Nope. Nothing in this one. Maybe last one. Nothing. It's okay though. It can wait, I'm still full from the last meal. I know exactly what to do with these logs. I'm chilling, bro. But my hands are hurting, man. I'm full of cuts and bruises. I need to improvise something. Not bad. A birdie. Who's a cute birdie?
The night was closing in. We needed wood to feed the fire. But seeing so many rabbits around us, we decided to make one last couple of traps. In doing so, we spotted something we could not ignore.
There's a hut on that hill. I need to take a closer look. Timmy might be there.
It wasn't just a simple hut. It was an entire fucking village.
Oh shit.
We had to leave. It was way too dangerous to go in. Even if Timmy was there, we could not save him. We had to become stronger. And to do that, we had to survive first.
Wait, it moved. There's no way. Yo! We got a small wabbit. A wabbit. Oh no, we got a small rabbit. I know what I have to do. I don't know if I have the strength to do it. For fuck's sake, why? Why had to be like this? No! Fuck! Ah! The fickle is here. I spit on mic like I spit your mother mouth. I don't give a single fuck if I carry or I suck. When you see me better duck. Don't miss even if I'm drunk. You gonna